LMPD's chief says a problematic officer should have been fired years ago and that some of his problems could have been avoided. In partnership with the Kentucky Center for Investigative Reporting, WDRB's Travis Ragsdale explains what LMPD missed about Brian Bailey.
Brian Bailey, once the top cop for search warrants for LMPD, now at the center of lawsuits and disgrace.
Text messages were sent, sexually explicit, nude photographs, things like that.
Over the span of 5 years, Bailey pressured multiple women that he used as confidential informants into sex. He sent dirty texts from his LMPD work phone. He lied to investigators. That's all according to the most recent investigation into Bailey's conduct. And Brian Bailey was never punished by the department and has never been charged with a crime, despite 2 investigations by LMPD.
Brian Bailey sent text messages to the victims. In each instance, one of those cell phones he was using was actually issued by LMPD. Bailey would come to them and not only demand sex, but also force them to become confidential informants.
Back in 2016, Bailey was accused of groping a woman in his office and sending her pictures of his genitals from his department-issued phone. 9 months after they learned of the accusation, investigators went to interview Bailey, but he declined, and the department never even looked at his phone. Bailey was cleared of any wrongdoing and went back to his job as a narcotics officer. Now, 3 more women have come forward accusing Bailey of similar conduct. And in recently obtained court documents, LMPD's current leadership admits there might have been 2 botched investigations that have allowed Bailey to skirt punishment. As part of a deposition in one of the lawsuits against Bailey, Chief Erica Shields was questioned about Bailey and the investigations. She said multiple times that she had concerns about the investigations and that, quote, from a Monday morning quarterback, it looks like there was more that could have been done, end quote. We also obtained the deposition of Bailey, who pleaded the Fifth 143 times throughout the questioning. It was his response to nearly every question. Bailey resigned last summer, avoiding any punishment from LMPD.
Bailey's attorney declined to comment for this story. On WDRB.com and in partnership with the Kentucky Center for Investigative Reporting, you can read about why some accuse LMPD of slow-rolling its latest investigation so that Bailey wouldn't be charged with a crime. Travis Ragsdale, WDRB News.
Travis, thank you. A judge dismissed most of the charges against a man who was arrested after a child was shot at a Louisville playground. The judge cited a lack of probable cause when dismissing charges of complicity to assault and wanton endangerment against 22-year-old Dewann Billups. He still faces a 3rd charge of being a convicted felon with a gun. Billups was originally accused of being part of a January 12th shootout in the Jacobs neighborhood. That's where an 8-year-old boy was seriously hurt after being caught in the crossfire on a playground. Billups' charges were dismissed without prejudice, meaning they can be brought against him again.